Well, they were right. We got some rain. Thank you to AG1 for sponsoring today's video. It's been about 2.5 inches over the last 3 days here. Right now it's kind of let up. Unfortunate part, looks like there's more coming tomorrow, and then a day off, and then more coming again later. So, man, it's wet. We definitely needed the moisture, so overall it's not a bad thing. The tough part is, and I don't know if this will show up or not, but it's cold. It was a cold rain, so this morning it got down to 33 degrees actually. Most of the time it's been warmer, you know, it's been up in the 40s, 50s, but I guess we'll just see. We'll see if this affects our germination at all or not. Sometimes certain hybrids especially, they don't like to take in really cold water to start with. Either way, there's not a whole lot I can do about it at the moment. All right, well, yesterday was pretty much a washout. I pulled this trailer into the shop here to let it dry off because it's supposedly sold. So we're gonna go through the tires, go through some of the stuff on the rear end just to make sure it can make it to Illinois, since that's where the guy is from. But first, we actually have maybe I'll back that up. We've got a floor scrubber here that I've never used. They're gonna show me how to use it. It's not, well, you'll see. I hate the dust that comes with everything that accumulates on this floor. No matter how often you sweep it, no matter how clean you try to keep it, it's a farm. You can only really do so much. And on top of that, sweeping just creates a ton of dust anyway. And then you try to open the doors on a nice day and the dust just swirls and it lands on everything. And I hate it. See, this truck's been parked in there for like 2 days. Watch this. That's what I'm hoping to at least decrease. You can see at least we have a little bit of sunshine this morning, but we are supposed to get another ½ inch this afternoon, tonight, which is going to put us around 3 inches total.
Stick around, haul a little furniture on.
Now you put a custom wrap on it. I did not know about that.
Top secret. What do you think?
That's pretty snazzy.
Have you seen those numbers before, or colors?
I have, yes. All right, for those who haven't watched the second channel with the race car on it, this was the special sort of Miami Vice type of wrap that we ran down in St. Louis at the indoor race. But instead of having palm trees in the background, we have corn and grain legs.
You got water?
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
It's called a double scrub first. So I leave the water down. I go over an area a couple times. You can go back and forth. You can do like a Zamboni style.
So that big squeegee now has a vacuum. It's pulling the water up. And it holds 23 gallons of water. And it's got a degreaser in it right now. So it's degreasing, scrubbing, sweeping, and then picking all of that up. And there's not a big dust cloud in here right now. There's a good action shot. We got test rocks down. There they are. So you said to just flush those down the toilet?
No, I wouldn't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
I'll come up with something else then. You can really see how this thing gets in there deep and scrubs that concrete good, gets all the dust up compared to the brooms we've been using. You can really see why this would be a lot nicer to work on after it's been scrubbed. All right, you guys see those pesky oil spots? I'm gonna see if I can get rid of those. I'm gonna soak the degreaser on them, hit them with the brushes a few times because you can go forward and backwards with this. Pretty well gone. There they go. Well, now we got our floor scrubber. I got it parked back here. And I'm gonna scrub where the tractor sits later, probably. It is not supposed to be this nice of a day, but I don't mind a bit. This is good for the corn we've got in the ground. We also have a fair amount of slop in the yard yet, so I don't wanna take the tractor out because then when I drive it back in the shop after scrubbing, it's gonna get all gross again. But thank you to Tyler and Rick with NASCO. If you guys are interested in checking these things out for any kind of business that you have, your farm, whatever you might need it for, we are throwing a link down in the description. That thing's gonna get a lot of use. I like it. I don't want to walk across this now. Little update on Anna. She got her She got her deals off her legs just this morning. The vet said we can take them off, but you can see she's got some scuffs there. She's a little dented up, but she'll heal. For the ones who missed it, Anna had a rough day a few days ago. So, but look at her go. I think she'll be all right. Dad's back with another load that he had taken down to the ethanol plant. So if my math is correct, we only have 3 more loads to go on this contract. Boom. 3 loads left now?
4.
Oh, there's 4 left?
Yep, there were 5 left this morning.
Oh, okay. I was off by 1.
Drying a little bit in the yard at least.
Yeah, but I did just look and there's a 100% chance of rain at 4 or 5 o'clock tonight.
Saw that too.
Guys, if you're looking for an easy habit that really helps you out with your foundational nutrition to help you feel better and be better, AG1 can help you out with that. I've personally been drinking AG1 for about a year and a half now, I would say. It helps out with immune support, energy support, and gut health, along with several other things. Honestly, it really supports whole body health by covering all of your nutritional bases instead of focusing on just one area of the body. Oops. Just toss in a scoop and add a little bit of water and shake it up. It's as simple as that. And now I can just take this off to work with me, and it's gonna help me with my nutrient replenishment, which is gonna help out with all the other things I just mentioned. And it helps with healthy aging as well, because all that stuff in there that I mentioned and all the nutrients and vitamins in here helps with your long-term health overall. And it tastes pretty good. If you guys are interested in trying some out for yourself, all you have to do is go to drinkag1.com/millennialfarmer or scan the QR code to head over there and get yourself a free 1-year supply of vitamin D3 and K2 plus 5 free travel packs with your first subscription. Once again, thank you to AG1 for sponsoring today's video. This old trailer here has got a real sticky air valve underneath here, and I know I've been told it could be the cans, but I don't believe it is, because I've gotten that valve going before. It's done it before. Yeah, you could hand me the penetrating oil. I think I put it on the toolbox or something. This has worked before. If that doesn't work, I gotta pull a line off. While that's soaking, I'm gonna start the truck and build some air pressure. I've never had one of those valves apart, but I've gotten it going before, as I said. You wanted a ride, huh? All right, I'm gonna have Dad undo the brakes just on the trailer, and I'll see if I can hold some pressure. Grab me a hammer. Well, it's not working yet, but I got it plugged. Maybe it'll do something. So the brakes are releasing. It's been moving. That tire rolled. We're still not getting air in the bags, and it's still not, the valve's not holding. It's just me holding pressure in the tank.
All the brakes I had released the other day.
Yeah, and they were when I drove them up.
Okay.
But it ran out of air and I had to stop and re-air it. Now we got that to stop leaking. Bags they've come up a little bit. Okay, after a bunch of further review, that valve's stuck again and I am struggling to get it free. This bag is leaking pretty badly. The other bags aren't great, but they're not leaking. They just don't look great. And that tire has an issue. And I knew about the tire and I knew the valve was sticky. So none of this is shocking. We made the decision to take it down to the local truck shop and just have them do all 3 of those things and get it done right. It's all stuff that I could do. I mean, I've changed bags before. Changing that valve can't be difficult. I've got everything to do the tires, but it'd probably take me all day because you're gonna need a torch under there, and just with the time of year it is and everything, we just decided we're gonna do it this way, make sure it gets done right for this guy, because they're gonna take it a couple of states away. And I don't like selling used stuff that isn't right. It's just not my style. They're not ready for it yet, so we'll bring that in tomorrow. Okay, yeah, there are other things I could be doing, but this is my new toy and the floor is so icky. It looks like that's about how quickly our weather's gonna decide to change on us. Yep, there it is. 82% chance of rain, and then to 100. So more than likely it's gonna happen. I'm gonna get the seed tender in. How do I do that without getting anything on my floor? Is what it is. It's basically destroyed. Well, that all happened a lot quicker than I expected. What do you think, Didge?
We are getting wet again.
Yeah. It's just what we needed, huh?
Just starting to dry up a little bit on the top.
Yep.
Oh, it's gonna be wetter than ever.
Whatever, it's 4:30 now. I'll come up with stuff to do outside of the rain. Just hope it doesn't wash everything out. At least this is a much warmer rain than what we were getting the past couple of days. Are you hiding from it? You didn't have to stand up. You're in my way, Didge. Well, it hasn't gotten any less rainy out here this evening. Anna's all wound up because Didge is hiding under the porch because she doesn't like storms. But we can't get her in because she's hiding. Good morning, Anna. You know, these rainy days, I got plenty of stuff I work on, but it's just not anything interesting for you guys. We are up to around 2.5 inches of rain now. We got a couple shots of hail last night. Nothing major that would have done any damage, but it was fun. About 45 degrees ground temp. Well, at least it's windy. There's plenty of farmers down south that would say we're crazy for having corn in the ground when the soil's below 50 degrees. This is Minnesota. Tons of corn is in the ground right here for a good reason. And I'm not really worried about it. I'm more worried about the amount of rain that we've had and how long it's sat being wet over the temperature right now. We've got 2 more loads of corn to go down to the ethanol plant before we fill this contract. And we got that water truck back there to take down to the dealer. So or the shop. I'm gonna meet Dad down there in a few minutes. What, do you want to ride in the semi now too? Maybe at 2 million. 2 million subs, I'll give you both your choice. Tell you what, Buzzer, I'll even give you a ride for 2 million subscribers. Well, that's about as full as this ever sits with water. Holy cow. Holy buckets. It's kind of weird to me how dry we have been for 2 years and how this 2.5 inches, I mean, we had a couple inches a few weeks ago, and then we had a good amount of snow a month ago. So we've had more than just this 2.5 inches, but wow, it seems like we went from super dry to fully replenished and then some in a matter of the last 5-6 weeks. This little creek down here sits completely dry 10-11 months out of the year. I guess we'll take it because I know the subsoil moisture is not there and the lakes and the ponds are really low right now, so it's welcome. I made it. Dad's gone with the second to the last truck, and we don't have another truck with a hopper on it at the moment. So we got to check these gauge wheels anyway. I'm going to run through these. Very standard thing. They just get a little bit out of adjustment once in a while just through standard wear. So I'm going to go through, make sure there's none that are sloppy on there, make sure they're tight to the openers. Wrong drawer. Even though the planter's brand new, I mean, I just kind of worry that with it being brand new, maybe something will set into place a little bit different. I don't expect to find many of them out of whack. So I just want to check to be sure they're snug here. Make sure there's not a lot of give there. That's looser than I set them, but that's how they came new. And they're pretty good. This one's got just a little bit of play in it, and especially around these right side wing wheels. I want those tight against the openers. Otherwise, what can happen is if you get a gap in there, it'll allow mud to get in there, especially when you're planting around the outsides of the field. So I want this tire leaning up against that opener when that row unit is down. And they're pretty easy to change or to tension up. It's just got an oblong bushing in there. Let's give it a little tweak. Nope, don't like that. Gotta go more. There we go. That job is done. I ended up snugging up maybe 6 or 8 of them. Nothing out of the ordinary, just to get it to my specs. But now I have a very important job to do here quick. You see that? You see this floor? Unacceptable. That'll do. Not bad. Now we'll see how much gravel we can bring in and get back on the floor. Someday soon we'll use this planter again because the fields are going to be dry. But that day is not today. Probably not tomorrow. Well, the weather just turned awesome in the last hour, and it seems like the kids have forgotten about their little kick butt Polaris and Razor thing here. So I'm gonna grab some mail and then some lunch with it. Well, that doesn't happen often. Come on, Anna, let's go for a walk. If we really want to get the floor dirty, we can bring this thing in because Dad's got an idea for the baskets on the back of that. We've got a problem field where we don't want these baskets rolling at all, and we can raise them up, but when we've done that before, they still end up kind of hitting and doing more than we want them to. But Dad's got an idea. All I know is it involves chains. I don't know what his idea is. Whatever, I don't even care anymore. So you can tell I have daughters, because I know how to do that. Remember like a couple of weeks ago when I mentioned fixing the holes in the driveway? Yeah, they haven't gotten fixed yet. I wanted to start by cutting the edges off around them instead of just adding material into them that's going to push out right away. Overall though, it's just kind of a guess. I don't necessarily know what I'm doing at all, but I haven't done too bad of a job in the past. Always got to keep extra aggregate on hand. There. You cut the high spots off first, then you add the material, and you level it off. And then hopefully it gets kind of packed down and dried out before it rains again tomorrow. And mere minutes after we fill our corn contract, we start hauling soybeans. Those are the first soybeans to come out of the bin since we finished harvest. So, I hope they're cold and I hope they keep flowing. I don't know if I like the fact that it seems like you shut that off before you got full.
Oh no, it's full.
It's full?
I'm sure there's 80,000 in there.
Okay.
Or 79.
79.5 probably?
Yeah. Yep, exactly. 79, 780 I think.
That's what it looks like.
Yep.
You girls want to ride? We're gonna go check out this culvert situation that we got going on south of us. Get up in there. You can do it, Didge. Come on. There you go. I'm being told, and it would make sense, that the water going through the culvert south of us is going awfully slow. So I'm gonna go take a look at it and see what I think, because I'm told it's going a lot faster to the north, but that's bigger culverts. I'll check it out. Hey, can you tell me anything about the culvert here? Nothing? All right, I'll find someone else. As I mentioned earlier, I mean, this isn't terribly unusual, but it is surprising for 2.5 inches of rain. I was told to check it out. I'll check it out. I mean, that's never a good thing. That's not supposed to happen. Well, there's definitely a problem there. I can see where the concrete ends and it opens up. But that's not a big enough problem. It's coming out the south side pretty decent. Well, it's open, but there's spots where the concrete's pulling apart and it's pulling that soil in. So it's gonna need to be fixed at some point. I think I'll just mow lawn now. See you later.